Worms. Worms 2. Worm 2. Wormageddon. Worms 2. Armageddon. Worms Armageddon. Worms 3. Revelations 2:15. You can make custom maps for Worms Armageddon. Making a Worms map is super straightforward. All you need is something like Photoshop or GIMP or Paint.net, and you have all the tools that you need to put something interesting together. I'm just going to go over the fundamentals because I assume that you're not an idiot. I assume you're not a moron. I assume that you're a genius. I think you're really smart. Here's how you make a map for the game.
Alright, some ground rules for your canvas. The minimum size map is 640 by 32 pixels, and whatever size for the map you pick, it has to be divisible by 8. You can make the map pretty much as big as you want. The maximum limits are pretty damn huge. Now we're limited to 112 colors. That's not too big of a problem, it just means that at the end of the process we are going to index the image to reduce the amount of colors. The game supports transparency, but it's totally binary. That is to say, your pixel is either completely visible or completely transparent. If it is still 1% visible, then it is still going to show up in your map. If you don't have any transparency, then you can use absolute black instead. I don't tend to recommend this. Now remember that the proportion of your map is never going to change at all. A worm is always going to be the exact same size. The bigger the map, the more ground that your worms are going to have to cover. I tend to just make my maps 1920 by 1080. Make sure that you keep anti-aliasing turned off and that you only use hard edge pencils and brushes. Now that our image is put together, we can index it and reduce it to 112 colors. This will get rid of some of the color detail in your image, but the upside is that it is now playable. Put it in your saved levels file, and then you can open it in Worms, and the level should work just automatically on its own.
Alright, so now that you know how to make a Worms map, I decided to kind of show you the practice of making something beautiful and playing it with your friends. So I challenged some of my friends to make some beautiful Worms maps that we can all play on. Let's take a look at some grade A Worms crap. Let's see some worm slop. Let's get sloppy with these worms.
I made no mess of my life, first I did everything right, but it didn't feel like enough, so I gave them...
Alright, let's make a Worms map. Step 1 of making epic Worms map. GM Flatgrass. We want our worms to really tower over the action. Vantage point number 2. Lighthouse from B5. Next step to a good worms map. There is only one thing. Trollface. The only question is, where in God's name do we put it? It's so horrific.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, this looks awesome. What do you mean? This looks dope.
Yeah.
This looks like the best one. I appreciate that you found a way to put the Gmod secret room in here. That's innovative.
Yeah. I noticed when cropping Gary out how fucking big his ear is. And those ears, oh my god. I never noticed how fucking...
You know, that head at the top right, just not getting a whole lot of play.
Well, he's there for freakish purposes and also to ninja rope. This guy's a freak.
If we were to keep this map in rotation, I would want to see the troll face like completely filled in so you can't just tunnel into it.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, so you want to make it boring?
Yeah.
Well, look, that guy hasn't interacted with a soul, to be fair for Garda.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck in there and can't even do anything.
Whose fault was that?
I can't really do anything with this guy.
Just drill
Teleports
down.
in between Terry's f***ing stubby legs.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This guy.
Wow. The surrender?
Interesting.
I'm out of teleports. Horrible. Just horrible.
Fell victim to his own playstyle. How poetic.
Yo, I like how we pretend I'm the only person who tunnels.
We do not.
Oh. You know, I have places to be. I have a place to be IRL. Can we actually wrap this up? Or am I gonna have to watch you do this crap every time it's your turn? Oh man, I got things to do. Alright man, I mean, you win.
Yeah, I did it.
What an invention. I think that's me done.
You gotta be strong to play Worms. You gotta be really strong to play Worms, okay? I think we learned a valuable lesson from Fagardo's Worms map, and it's the dangers of tunneling. You never want it to be easy to just teleport somewhere in the map and hide and tunnel, so always make sure to close off all of your gaps so that nothing can get inside. Otherwise, it just drags out the game way too long. Quickest way to end the game is just to surrender, or you could wait 5 trillion years if you don't care. So next on, we'll be moving on to Richter Overtime's map. I know he didn't spend a whole lot of time on it. I'm excited to see what it is. But before we leap over that, I want to tell you the secret to making a Worms map fun. The secret is that...
Got kind of a theme I want to go with here.
Okay, alright. You know, there's some themes here, you know. I can get behind this politically.
It seems pretty straightforward right now, but it's actually very complicated. And it's gonna make everybody in the call is gonna have to reflect a little bit by the time I'm done with this. I think video games they have a unique power just like any other media, like books or movies. They can take you to a certain period in history. And I wanted to see if Worms maps could do the same thing. And so what we're doing here is we're sort of exploring the black history in America. And I know you're a big fan of Muhammad Ali, so I had to put him in there. You know, Black Panthers. Tupac has a I believe his mother or his godmother was a Black Panther, so it's all kind of, you know, riffing on those themes, I think.
His famous quote, he would say, "Sting like a butterfly, but float like a bee." That is a quote by Muhammad Ali, and he'd make it rhyme. That's why he changed his name.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Muhammad Ali has just refused to be inducted into the United States Armed Forces.
Oh, how do you stand now with the possibility of going to jail?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just waiting any day now.
Do you think about it?
I think it was a good call what he did. I think he would have been a terrible soldier.
You know, I want to see how the rest of this plays out before I make a judgment on whether I love it or hate it.
And Nate's explosive mines and barrels are very interesting in this map in a way that I've not seen in any other.
You gotta admit, I mean, I know this isn't gonna be our most extravagant map of the night, but I feel like for how quickly you saw me put that together in call, I feel like I did a pretty good job.
Oh, it's good that he was caught.
That's a pretty good play.
Jesus.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my man.
There he goes. Wow.
You're witnessing the Dimbeak space program, folks.
You gotta admit, this is subversive as a Worms map.
Yeah, it's not what you typically expect. I'll give it that.
The grid
It's
works better
interesting.
than I thought it would when I saw it.
It's certainly interesting.
Oh, that didn't really. No, Muhammad Ali kind of looks cool with like the fire burning him. That's kind of crazy.
Fucking
Yeah, but
chunk
if that happened in real life, he would probably scream and stuff. Like he wouldn't be able to do that.
Oh wow, what a waste of the flamethrower.
I never used a flamethrower, so I don't know how it works.
He's never used a gun where you point at something and shoot it. So you have to cut him some slack.
That's fair.
You get right next to Ghost, cuddle up right next to him.
Oh my goodness, Tupac.
What's your favorite Tupac song?
I like You Never Had a Friend Like Me. The real Tupac heads will know that it's real.
You said You Get a Friend in Me was your favorite Tupac song.
No, it's You Never Had a Friend Like Me. That's
You get a friend in me. He was singing that to Biggie because he was his best friend. You've got
Running
a
decent,
worm
apparently.
in me. You've got a worm in me.
Uh-oh.
When it's sudden death, and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed. Expert
Oh, wow.
movement there. I think I might have also died.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well,
In the end, there were no fucking winners.
brutal ending.
It's a good match. Good map. Right?
Agreed. I thought it was good.
Okay, I got a map. My map's done. Didn't take much effort. We got it.
Oh wow.
Who's the bald guy in glasses on the right with the mustache and the shirt?
It's gonna be Uncle
Uncle
Dane
Dane.
from YouTube.
JonTron. Is that from his apology video?
That's where he apologized for getting a fact wrong about Hercules.
So what's the
For
relevance
Super
of
Nintendo.
her? She's from England.
And one thing to note about the type of women you insert is who you're playing with will affect the type of women you need to put in. So I know, for example, that I play with a British wormer quite often. And I know that Pink Panthers is a beautiful woman, and I know that she's British. Desire for the British wormer to attack me typically be pretty low due to the nationality shared between them as well as the age.
That's true, which is why that guy just did it.
A keen-eyed Brit might notice that the border on the left there is actually the bottom of the Tesco logo.
That is true.
Like if you're too narrow-minded to understand the things at play here, maybe I should put two big fucking political affiliation logos in the map, and maybe you'd understand it. Maybe I should beat you over the head with a sledgehammer, and maybe you get the vibe.
I mean, I guess there is a subtlety to this map that we're not appreciating. For example, the Half-Life 2 explosive barrel next to JonTron.
It's very insular to your thoughts and what you think is. The theme is just not very strong. It's not. You know what I think? You could have put a red and link in here somewhere, and I think I would have appreciated.
I could have put a big Republican Party logo on the left side and a big Democrat Party on the right side, and maybe then it would be truly profound.
The Republican Party's French fries floating, and Pink Panther is eating a fucking churro.
It's a snack wrap, and it's been established.
You know, I will say, Richard, you are failing in basic, media literacy.
I mean, just the very fact that this discussion is going on for this long, when really the only thing that could be said about your map is here's some people fighting. It's just that it's a higher level of being.
There's just more shit.
That perfect lineup, by the way. Look at that perfect lineup.
Wow, impressive.
I'm surprised that Lacan lasted down there as long as he had. Once again, failure to effectively utilize the flamethrower.
I just don't want to use it, I guess.
Oh no.
That fucking sucks. Okay.
You did it.
Oh, he's dead anyways.
It's over. Oh man.
I had to make sure.
I'm a huge fan of how this map turned out. Hopefully it plays good. I think it's great. Man, this map sucked actually. That's my map. That's my map.
I feel the need to apologize for this next Worms map that I'm going to expose you to. I decided to make my map themed around the Wormageddon. This isn't actually going to be part of the image, but we're going to create like the worm apocalypse, and this is just going to kind of be a reference image right here, okay? And unfortunately that resulted in creating a lot of worm gore. So I will do my best to censor the map as much as possible to make it a little more family friendly. You know, I thought it was a good idea to have like worms coming out of my mouth and eye sockets. Worms in the eyes. Oh god. It's horrible. Ugh. It just wasn't a good idea.
It looks repulsive. Oh, good god.
Ew. This is pretty not nice to look at, I won't lie.
Do you like the CRT? It's a screenshot of System Shock 2 where they're looking at a pile of worms.
Them coming out of your eyes, that's pretty gross.
What's the reference? Hell?
No, it's Evangelion. End of Evangelion. Yeah, but do you like the worm guy with glasses? He's here like a couple times.
It's like the nostalgia critic.
We've just decided universally to blow you up for making this monstrosity.
I'm gonna have to put like a content warning on the video.
If you shouldn't have worms coming out of your eyes and mouth, maybe then I wouldn't bisect you.
This is horrible.
When you go low, I go lower.
What are we doing here, folks?
This might be the Girder record. What if it was like, yo dude, we heard you like worms, so we put worms in your worm, so you could worm while you worm. If you remember that meme with the exhibit.
This is ultimately going to come down to his sudden death, though. It's quite over. But in the words of the street poet from Compton, it's not enough.
Well, when I called it a Wormageddon, I meant it. What can we learn from all this crap? I'm gonna put a straw poll or whatever in this video so that you can vote on whichever map was your favorite. This video took more time than I would have liked for it to make. You know, whose do you like better? Fagardo's, Richter Overtimes, or Ratlobbers? The choice is yours. It's in your hands. It's all in your hands. The future belongs to you.